It was early fall in Montreal. The leaves had not yet fallen. It was the season for the perfect crime. A gloomy fall day, seemingly ordinary. No one suspected one of the most gruesome murders was about to take place. One that would unfold over the course of a year. This is Forensic Queers, a show dedicated to solving crimes, especially those swept under the rug. Cale, our victim, went missing Thursday, November 3rd in Montreal's Park Extension, a diverse neighborhood. Reportedly, Cale was in a bad mood. Cale had been spotted driving away from work in a temper. This wasn't common behavior for Cale, but certain situations set them off, namely patriarchy. Cale arrived back to their apartment at approximately 1 p.m. that afternoon. Grizz was the last person to see Cale alive. They were waiting on the couch, talking on the telephone with Joel Moyer, who also reported that Cale seemed to be in a bad mood. Grizz was there to tend Cale's dogs, Maze and Cypress. The restless dogs, barking and fighting, added to the commotion and increased tensions in the apartment. Cale and Grizz decided to take a walk to the dog park.
I've seen this kind of thing before. I've been in law enforcement for over 5 years. It gets especially messy with the queers. The most violent crimes I've seen in my entire life have been gay couples. And their friend last week just went missing. The trend is frightening.
Yeah, I don't know when I saw them last. I guess it would have been Wednesday or Thursday. No, I don't know how to contact them. Yes. No, I understand that.
I made it to Stacy to look into that dry cleaning issue.
Detective Stevens, can I have a word?
Sure.
Can you please talk to me about the case of Cale? I heard
Sure.
they were murdered the other day.
Listen, no dog owner I know shits and bleeds on their dog's leash. There's just no doubt in my mind that that was used for a weapon. First of all, police don't even look for people until 48 hours after they're missing. Most of the time they show up by then. Cale's known for their drinking and partying. I mean, maybe they just forgot to tell their partner. Really, I don't blame the police for brushing off Laura. I probably would have done the same. Truth is, the evidence was there.
Cale's body wasn't found until the spring of 2017. Workers cleaning out Jerry Pool found 3 garbage bags amongst other debris. Initially thinking that someone had dumped their trash, the workers didn't think much of it. Vandalism isn't unheard of in Montreal. Upon further inspection, they discovered the limbs and remains of a human body. This was the evidence they needed to solve the murder. There's no doubt Cale's body had been cut up by a saw. Cale and their partner, Laura, were lovers of road trips and camping. They owned a saw and a hatchet. Laura reported late into the investigation that the couple's saw had in fact gone missing from their apartment. She hadn't noticed because they didn't winter camp, and she had not thought to check their supplies hidden deeply in their closet. Grizz was a close friend to the couple, having easy access to their closet.
I didn't do it.
Yes, me, Grizz did it. Went with Cale to the park that day. Killed them. Hid the body by the train tracks. Came home, washed up. Went back later that night with a saw. Cut the body up. Put it in garbage bags. Brought it to Jerry Park. Threw it over the fence for people to find. I mean, Grizzly is a known pool hopper.
What can I say? Cale was in a bad mood that day. We went to the dog park to get out of the apartment. That was the last time I saw Cale. We were just hanging out at the dog park. Everything seemed normal, and they started to run off with the dogs, which wasn't that unusual. Next thing you know, I hear the dogs barking, and I run up to find them. Cale's nowhere to be seen.
Friends of Cale and Grizz claimed that the two had unresolved crush issues. Grizz had confided in Cale about a love interest where Cale bragged about banging that person numerous times. Cale seemed insensitive to Grizz's feelings, and Grizz played it off as casual. No one knew Grizz was harboring harsh, violent feelings. In Grizz's testimony, Cale ran off with the dogs and only Cypress and Mays returned. There are no eyewitnesses to corroborate with this story. Evidence shows that Grizz did see Cale again, murdered them, and later that night disposed of their body. Blood found in Cale and Laura's apartment revealed that somebody had cleaned the murder weapon. Grizzly had a key to their front door. The evidence was overwhelming. Grizzly murdered Cale. She was found guilty November 25, 2016, and is now serving a life sentence in Quebec Provincial Penitentiary.
Won't you open a window sometime? What's so wrong with the light?
So, verdict's in, serving a life sentence. It's just hard. I know the truth. Maze knows the truth. Cypress knows the truth, and Cale knows the truth. And that's what really matters to me. I mean, I'm gonna have to find a way to deal with the rest of these days. And the truth will set me free, and God.